Sound in the meanwhile, one of the players that we definitely had expectations of, is going to be first to be called into action with those Julies, but it's only the one kill. In the meanwhile, though, XELLOW is stuck at the back of the site as his teammate is nailed in the form of rigoN. XELLOW gets one traded from rigoN, and a 3-on-2 has befallen the server. Ersin caught between two players very awkwardly. And although BTN may get the drop here, Jackie, I think it stands to reason they're going to be checking the apps anyway. And I don't fancy his chances. He's not one of the heavy hitters in terms of fragging distribution on this team. He's been caught, he's been sideswiped. Great flick though from BTN. Puts it into a 1-on-2. He's down to 18 HP though, and with no kit and nades, it's going to be a done deal. Whether it's now or in a few moments, he is a dead man.
With a whole bunch of Zeuses being brought out. So tasers on display. Ersin and rigoN both having one. BTN trying to play on the back of the bumper for the peek up with the deagle. But the first deagle shot that lands, well, that's from the hands of Sound. He obviously is a big part of this Nexus roster, and already showing up into this one at least. XELLOW as well, okay, straight in with a wallbang. See you later, flatroo.
Great shot. Unfortunately, it may just be a drop in the bucket, because the bulk of the Ts have already made a move across to the site and have smoked off the CTs here. It isn't a full investment from Nexus. They will have options available to them come the next round, so don't necessarily have to worry as much about saving. And Sound again with that deagle.
Sound had an awful lot of impact, and he's still continuing here. Forces it all the way down to a 1v1 and can clean house at least with the weapons for Guild. Strip them of absolutely anything. It's a 4K for him in a round with a free upgrade onto a Galil. Ooh, timing on a bomb blast though. Doesn't survive it. Yeah, the old faithful. Old reliable. Ooh, Ersin with the timing. You would have thought actually his days were numbered there. Plays anti-flash though, turns back around, even gets a dink onto flatroo. Ooh, wait a minute. Shenanigans to be had into this round, but XELLOW is spotted on short and slain. Actually, no, he's still standing. It was his teammate in Sound that's gone down, and that's Senary with very low HP on the move towards B.
Yeah, flashbang up and over. And as long as he gets closer, then that's where the Galil headshot can come into play. And he connects with the AK-47 to put down XELLOW and take the round. And that's why he went all around the world. The timing of XELLOW checking behind him at T-spawn allowed him to get up close and have the off angle to strike.
Freak him out a bit. You play slow, you play with the mind games, of course, on the rat back, so he's debating where on earth he is, and also if that bomb's even been picked up, if it's been taken, or what the situation is. So he re-peeks for the info. Instant snapshot. Whew. That's the T-side favor of winning the fights towards mid. You open up all the avenues of rotation and put the pressure on Nexus. Early fight towards the A side, utility comes over the top. rigoN baited for the peak on short. Guild Eagles really starting to speed up the pace of the A site take now.
Oh, rigoN, that's a huge entry as well, but XELLOW with the one kill alongside BTN is keeping the Ts honest, keeping them at bay as well. There's a lot of damage inflicted across to the CTs, and XELLOW is found and plucked out by flatroo. They've made moves onto the site, but they are isolated, and BTN's found that window. He's moved onto the fire boxes. Sound misses out on a shot though.
BTN with a repositioning. He's got the read on the round. Oh, he's putting pen to paper, Vince. Hits the head of Synopsy. And flatroo trapped in connector now. Baiting with the audio cue. Expects the peak. Spams onto the first near miss. The Bunderblast AWP being used by Sound, but it's the sidearm that gets it done. Wow. All right, Nexus then.
They forced in again here. They've got 2 Galils, an AK, a couple of pistols, but rigoN already off to the races with one. Should get traded back. It was sloppy, but flatroo got the damage done.
Ooh, timeline where I'm thinking maybe he does actually hit the turn and burn. Talking of burning, getting hot for Juan. As his toes are set on fire. And Ersin cools him off with a spray from the M4. GX back in for the backstab. Sees the opportunity to strike onto Ersin at least. So all things considered, what they went into this round with, you've now brought it down to a very winnable 2v2 where both of you are armed.
They've decided that's the best course of action with these 2 AWPs in play. XELLOW switches to the USP. Ooh, nearly catches him on the side, but Sound from the side is now struck in from jungle and gets 2. 2 quick fire kills. And Nexus with 2 rounds on top of it.
rigoN trying to line up the nade to break the smoke back towards CT. Meanwhile, supported by GX's spam. Ooh, window control though, where that exchanges hands. Ersin still defends, deflects the head of rigoN, buys a bit of time for the CTs, but the site control itself is quite quickly falling in favor of the Eagles, and it continues. XELLOW comes over with a scope, snipes back onto one and changes to the M4 to support his teammate.
flatroo has a great angle here, but he is very low. One bullet and he's dead, tries to find that window of opportunity and strikes. A kill from that position, huge. He now knows exactly where Sound is. He lands another AWP shot, trading to the M4. Moving that sideways. Angle as well, a jungle, and that wide swing from Synopsy. Perfectly timed, perfectly executed. Love the retro glasses as well, man. Reminds me of like the 80s or something. You imagine those with shades, they look banging.
Oh yeah, man.
Just see the flash and him just full white. The surface of the sun descends for a couple of moments. Ooh. That one tap from rigoN. Sound was already low from the HE. It's overkill, but it's a beautiful look to this round for rigoN, who's got 3 and a 4th as well for rigoN. That's an outrageous round. Puts it in his pocket and runs away with it.
Oh, mate. That's going to wake you up and get you into things. He's giving it as well. You think about the KD this guy's got over the amount of rounds we've seen. He's coming out swinging right now. Oh yeah, there's the pop-off.
And thrive on momentum, on hype. flatroo, not quite as clean as rigoN. Still the same outcome though. Nice attempt for the Zeus, just a little bit too far away. Range not yielding the kill. And although Ersin survives, it's with his kneecaps blown out, flashing for double peak and double kill, making a triple. XELLOW with 2 and Ersin chips in with one of his own. And Guild Eagles now find themselves a player behind.
Oh, it's all going a bit skew-if as well. BTN's lying in wait towards window. A lot of small moments could make a big difference in this round.
rigoN with another one, may not anticipate BTN's position. Tight right, near the murder hole. 40 seconds left. Still need to pick up this bomb, retrieve it, and try and find Sanctuary. Molotovs, making sure Underpass has no one there. rigoN does check his angles, does look and find prey. And Senary puts this round to bed. They've put all of their eggs in this B basket, and Senary's just going to charge straight out with the Tech 9.
XELLOW, he seems to know there's another player that has pushed his way out through the underpass. It's rigoN though. Oh, the Fire Serpent. It can strike like a Viper. It tries to hit 2. Will clean up on a follow-up as well as BTN goes down. Senary falls. And the SMG, well, that will get some success at mid. Bleeding back into a 2 versus 2.
Problem is for rigoN, he's so low HP that he needs Sound to do something to tee him up. The alley-oop for the slam dunk, perhaps. Now moving in, time is of the essence. rigoN will pierce in first. The spray from GXX, good for 1. And the second as well onto a weakened rigoN. 8-4 the first half score on the side of Guild Eagles. On their T side of Mirage, solid half. When he's having to be a little bit more defensively minded, are we going to see rigoN still deliver? Nexus need this pistol, as you said. If they win it, they're right back into this one. But Synopsy, perched on the back of the site, is waiting when flatroo onto Sandwich tries to devour them in kind. But at 4 kills in a second, we'll see Guild Eagles in real trouble.
The wings have been clipped into the second half pistol. Bomb going down now as well. Oh, XELLOW with a P250. That's a banging shot. Straight to the face. Tries to defend towards middle early on. Classic site take. Bit of a gap in the smoke towards connector, but they don't need to see you. They'll just spam straight on through. Sound. Oh, hitting one. Synopsy replies back onto Ersin, but they've got the bomb site.
Not planned just yet, but it will be getting forced down now from XELLOW. And yeah, that gap in the smoke has actually afforded 2 kills. On the side of Guild Eagles. It may not end up costing them round, but that is a little piece that could come back to haunt them in future. Synopsy, though, meanwhile, pushes through that smoke and gets 1, but rigoN doubles up from CT boxes. GXX, nice flick to the head. The execution comes through fast. And XELLOW gets winged on the approach on the firebox. Tries to stand and deliver, but can't get it done. But neither can the CTs, they didn't have a kit.
Oh no. No kit, no defuse, no round. A Nexus make it to 7. XELLOW's survival making the difference as time was burnt down.
2 players in underpass for a fast rotation. One of the main counterplays to this would be a straight-up A execute. And instead, they're going in for the push. rigoN watching as his teammates fall around him, and they may have heard the shots coming from bench. Meanwhile, rigoN is watching for this. rigoN with 1, but that's all he can get. They put so much into this mid-control, and it completely backfires.
Sometimes that mentality, well, that can do so much more for you. When you're looking up towards the top of your screen now, you're thinking, all right, boys, we're in the lead. We can build off the back of this. We can keep it going. We're hitting some 6 shots right now. GX at least does keep the AWP in play, but obviously it's got to do a whole lot more. XELLOW as well, finding impact when he needs it. Guild Eagles, they go for the reinvestment. The weapons are there. Nade set goes up to buy time on the back of the bomb site. He's got himself into a good position. Synopsy could strike. Hits the head of rigoN. Slays the first, knows where they are, but he's being tagged up. Slowed down. Sound on the response.
Sound now using that smoke as a sanctuary. 9 bullets in the magazines. They tickle a bomb, try and draw out some of these CTs because they know that they have the snake in the grass of Ersin. And that venom is potent. No post plant though. Not afforded that luxury as it stands just yet. But all the CTs are clumped up on the CT box. Sentry's gonna try and pay the toll, but it's the Reaper of BTN that comes through first, a secondary unit in play. They weren't anticipating 2 from there. They're certainly not thinking about 3. When the flatroo now snaps up, he's snatched the life away of Ersin. XELLOW missing a shot, gets punished by GXX. And Guild Eagles snatched this round away. It was such a strange, unorthodox situation though. 3 players through CT, nobody jungle, nobody connector, and Nexus had no idea.
Sandwich for Synopsy. CT face for GX. Ooh, moving and spamming. The backstab from Sandwich pays off as the SMG hits 1. The upgrade onto AK works well, but XELLOW, in a 1v2, tries to make his move back out. Head knocked off his shoulders. Guild Eagles again back into the lead as they find themselves on 11. So much free info and a lot of chip damage as well. And if they're peeking up into it, it should be a freebie. GX only with a tag. At least recovers on the deagle. Sound, he needs to back up the boys towards mid. It's labored, but they're still getting the kills, and now it's all on him. Outnumbered, outgunned, spraying, but not going to be able to do it. Guild recover, and they do find the win on the opening map.
That is going to feel like a very sweet victory if you are Guild Eagles. They started in fine fashion, then they had a really rough start of it in the second half. It looked like Nexus would even just pull away and outright win.
Does bite straight back, so it leaves them in a 4 versus 4. And the opening gambit you had into this round where you think, right, they're going to hard commit now to the A play, we can clean up with the backstab. Well, that's changed. The pistol round itself falls into a different sort of spin, but rigoN, again, he struck down out towards middle, and they go back to basics. Smoke over the top, and the last 3 Ts try to start and finish here towards the A site.
Gap in that smoke though. Nexus can make the most of that. Sound going in for the plant. BTN takes a ton of damage here. Ersin gets 2! He had no right to survive after that first hail of bullets, but he's still standing. And 1 flatroo up against them. The odds certainly stacked against him in his favor. But 1 flatroo, if he can get that first tap, if he can get that first headshot, maybe there's a way forward. These post-plant positions, Jackie, are looking so strong though.
They're set up. Oh. Ersin. Wow, okay, that is a big recovery onto the pistol round. Yeah, he's proving the difference. He's not feeling sick, he just is sick at the game, which is always nice to see. GX. Warped on, combat warping up close. Peppered though, bullet straight to the face. Oh, the getaway. He does at least find success. He's able to back off. rigoN as well, deep towards the stairs. You're thinking he had Ersin's number there, but the AK flicks back around, and we're down to a 3v3. A lot of early fights into the 3rd round here.
It definitely muddies the waters on which team is the aggressor and which one is the defender at times. rigoN takes a lot of damage on the approach though. Ersin joins him as well, below 30 HP, lining up more grenades for this retake. the Seneri caught with a flash, but smokes out on side.
Ooh. The setup with the utility, leaving a little bit to be desired in the way they're playing it, but hitting the shots, well, that's going the way of Guild. Ersin on the ramp. He's low HP, but he's taking the point man position. You've got the backup with Sound as well. Try to tap the bomb, fast flick. Juan flatroo continuing where he left off on Mirage. The Oasis for Guild, and they double up. They want to fight for it, but time is ticking. They jump on the bomb, they have to stick it. If he finds the pickup, you could at least look for the second and snatch it away. It's going to be dangerously tight, but it seems like they've grabbed it.
Yeah, just with milliseconds left on the timer, they have managed to clutch out the round. That nade could have done a lot of damage at the bottom of ramp. 25 seconds though, but rigoN is able to maybe take this round away. There's one in a second as well. Doesn't need to repeat, but went with it with a flashbang, but Synopsy is there to clean up along Seneri. And with 15 seconds left, Synopsy puts one through the smoke and nails this round, but that was all rigoN's double.
Does have that buy again. There's been some interesting pressure applied from Guild towards middles. They're a bit paranoid about that, but XELLOW, he's already up towards ramp.
He has a good read of the situation, but Juan flatroo will make sure he can't double up. ragoN, though, did go into rigoN, so one of those big, heavy hitters has been silenced momentarily. And additionally, they maintain the player advantage. Ersin can just walk his way out onto the site. He has BTN alongside him, and they do have control over the bomb.
Oh, the timing on the cross as well. He gets towards the backside by quad. They know about BTN now. Play their card.
And there was a XELLOW very aggressive push up on ramp. It wasn't preceded by flashes or mollies, which typically will telegraph that a push is forthcoming. And ragoN on the ladder sprays out GXX. That's an AWP that's dropped alongside him. But it does mean that all of their savings, all of their pennies, pounds, dollars, whatever you want to call them,
Damage like they do, and it gives him that audio cue. Ooh, anti-flash. Tucks down. Thought he had the drop on him, but Sound spots him.
And flatroo, meanwhile, tosses out that smoke. I wonder if he took a slight tickle from that Molotov. There was a molly next to the left-hand side sandbags. Maybe that's what alerted Sound to his presence. Not entirely sure. That's irrelevant at this point. 35 seconds, they're looking to try and push on, and Sound and BTN both get expunged through the smoke. 3 separate assailants. And Juan flatroo goes back in for seconds. What a hold that is from Guild Eagles. It looked like it was going to go pear-shaped, and then suddenly, just through the smoke, 4-3 kills just destroy them.
He has the scope in his hands. Flashes over the top. Synopsy is the point man for first contact. rigoN out towards mid, coming across. B-side compromise. Sound always so good at looking for entries with the AK. Carves a path into the bomb site. rigoN pre-scoped, walks in, but XELLOW swings around the corner. How has he even seen him?
That was through a smoke and the wall. Be very curious to see that from his perspective. Ball line, and BTN may get Juan flatroo yet. Goes back into the CT spawn side, has heard the footsteps. Ersin bested, so Seneri's going to hold on to his M4, and he was looking for the AWP, and he's found it, and almost shoots off to say, listen guys, I actually got this, you know.
Playing off that audio cue, he wants to move on in. Timing on it. Oh, he hasn't spotted his head. He's been able to get the nade out, but still strikes. Lays claim to an opening pick again.
That just seems like such a strange play to me. Obviously, we have the hindsight of seeing that there wasn't any counteractive kill, but you're being that aggressive with an AWP on side, and you had nobody on ramp to help you out. Like, there was no way that anyone could help you. Loads of damage to Juan flatroo. They've lost mid-control as well, which puts a lot more pressure on rigoN, who's stuck on the side by himself in the smoke with the M4 sprayed down, and a dead man. But it's a bit of a head-scratching moment there. I don't quite understand what the idea was. XELLOW should have Juan flatroo dead to rights, who had no idea that he was in position and ready to strike. And Seneri's back is given up, and the rest falls into place. So yeah, a little bit of
Losing a little bit of health could be the difference in some of these situations. Juan flatroo, nicely timed pinball on the HE though. That's right on the money. Oh, the follow-up. Blows away ragoN. Ersin, he's got right on the bomb site though, spamming in towards elevator. Looking to deny the reface, but they give it straight back. Seneri hasn't seen a single player, but it doesn't matter as he is slaying them. And XELLOW boosts up, looks for the flick, good for one, but they outnumber you, and they play for the trade.
Yeah, it just has the perfect.
Oh, Sound, even reading it right with the spam bag. Dealing damage. GX though, he's found his window of opportunity. Got to get the quick reload in, backs off. Still dropping bombs on him. As the HE start to strip a little bit of skin from Bone. Backstab from flatroo. He could be the butcher knife to deny it right here, right now, as the Howl unleashes a barrage of bullets. Oh, only two. Ersin with a clap back, hits the blind shot, but GX is here in his place.
You're not expecting two from the same position. There's no way Ersin's thinking about that. Maybe peek from sandbags, maybe peek from ramp. It doesn't matter. As Guild Eagles 6-4 behind get the last 2 rounds to tie us up at 6 apiece. With a flash for Scenery, they still need to be well placed if it's going to deal with sound. Smoke already down, sound forced back. They're actually kind of tripping over one another on the site here. But there's no full investment, there's no full engage as it stands. They get one, but that's it.
He's getting iffy. Backing into each other. Trapped between push and pull, split in 2 minds. XELLOW getting antsy, wants to fight it. rigoN with the P2K, makes money on the headshot. rigoN taken down, and we're back to the last duo at the A site, trying to finish what they started.
Oh, Scenery, you've got to kill him there. He was literally 1 HP the whole time. That one flatroo, given no favors from his teammates, is just going to have to do it all alone. Ersin slow, but still comes out. It connects the headshot. Ersin has been a phenom in these pistol rounds, by the way. He always seems to get 2 or 3. And then Ersin tight left. One of the first times we've seen Guild Eagles really try and exploit this mid. Ersin was spotted. rigoN knows he is here. Wise swing is good. But there it is. But the trade back and forth will favor Guild Eagles as they flub their Molotov.
The smoke's gone wrong.
What's the smoke, pardon me, yeah.
Oh, Vince. You kind of had all the moving pieces going your way. I mean, you still found the entry to B, so it's not the end of the round, but it does make it a bit more uncomfortable. GX plays off it, though, and they reface into him. Oh, okay. The shooting gallery going very well for Guild. XELLOW, his pathway is blocked by
I'll
flames.
do something stupid, okay? Should I do it or not?
1 versus 3 is being pushed towards CT. Rips the head off. flatroo giving them an opportunity back into the round now. He can switch out to the AK. Man could make this really quite rough. He's pushing up, pre-firing on the angles. Bomb's only just been planted as well, so time's there to work with, and he has a kit. He's got that defuse kit in the back pocket. Bit by bit, starts to get closer towards the site. Synopsy reveals himself and shows where one of the 2 Ts are. If he could win this, it would do numbers for them. Instead, topsy-turvy round, close it out at the end. And Sound, he's gone quiet, round towards the edge. He's able to tuck himself in. They'll have no idea about this position. If they don't clear it, he could be an absolute nuisance. Strikes onto the head of the first. Rapid trade back. GX sniping with a Galil. But you talk about sniper rifles, that's in the hands of XELLOW. He's caught though. He had to have his blade out. Panics and peppered as the bullets are delivered. We're into a 3v3. That ramp control, well, it's in favor of Guild now.
Yeah, the second that XELLOW dies, rigoN has to get out of there. He has to play a more defensive angle and wait for the reinforcements to arrive. The bomb carrier and spill this one down, this round could come crumbling with it. However, that's not going to be the case. 7 seconds left, the plant starts to come in. rigoN's going to need to have impact and tons of it. And the first spray is good, but Ersin returns fire, takes out Scenery in the process. rigoN and Synopsy both find themselves low, but they're still connecting shots. They're still delivering. BTN in the meanwhile, tagged down a one-on-one. Similar HP bars, post-plant in, and there is rigoN. Once again, the man they needed to deliver, and he delivers first class.
No one's here just yet. The late flashbang will at least send him falling further back, but everyone else is responding by running up the stairs and sprinting straight into B. flatroo's grenade should be right on the money to deal damage. The bullet's whizzing on by, but can't find the head. Falls down to his death as rigoN lays wait with the M4, waiting inside of elevator as well. Sound, he finds rigoN stepping into his crosshairs, and they're all over the place. They're out on B, now they're back towards ramp.
There's so many rotational elements from Guild Eagles. It was like you got 1 foot on A and 1 foot on B, and this is weird tug of war between themselves almost of where they're going to go. So it's not as if Nexus can have a complete 100% read of what's going on right now. But now it's going to give it away. Scenery in first. Flashbang is on point perfectly. Dispatching of Synopsy. Surgical on its precision. And now rigoN traded out. Kills back and forth. Going to heavily favor Nexus. And although flatroo has had a really solid best of 3 so far, he finds himself in a 1-on-3. And he may have just taken the first kill. He knows where Sound is. But it's all about that second player. He's doing a lot of damage here to Sound, but he's taking a lot in return. It's all about the fragging. He knows he needs to clutch this round, and Ersin says no, sends him packing.
Elimination, best of 3. Guild Eagles time and time again have made those runs to the major, but this time it's Sound that's making huge plays, strikes with the AK, beheads 2, and Guild clap back to reality. It's all on rigoN. Such a tall order, a 1v5, or we're going all the way to Ancient.
It would have to be the best play of the tournament thus far for him to pull this one off. And he's taken an insta-dink round the corner. It's rigoN that puts him down and keeps Nexus in the RMR. And forces Guild Eagles onto the back foot. We're 1-1 in this elimination series.
Sound in position. We know that Nexus deliver on pistol rounds as well, and it's their CT side in particular where they look deadly. BTN fires off the warning shots, but they're just that, a mere warning. The utility is still in play for Guild, but Synopsy commits to the plant.
There's potentially a warning of things to come because now all 10 players find themselves in close proximity. This is where things start to get a little bit scary, and that's where the Glock should prevail, and prevail it shall. It's that man rigoN once again who carves a path through 3, and Guild Eagles do not lose a single player. And Molly's in. Smoke's gonna blot out the sun with the flashbangs. You can see BTN with a full panic spray, but XELLOW, he keeps himself calm and does get rewarded with 1, but it's just a myriad of T's on the site with their AKs in tow. They try and deny the bomb plant, nearly justifiably so. But the carnage is still there on the floor to see for everybody, and it's going to favor Guild Eagles tremendously now. Eagles with razor-sharp talons on that approach. Yeah, it's certainly not an easy shot to land, and he's already got 2 so far on this half, but you know that he's disappointed at any chances that he misses, even if they're small ones. Oh, Sound with 2. Keeping the dream alive in this round. Just that aggression unleashes himself and shackles mid and forces the hand of Guild Eagles to hit on the B side.
Sound's been so sick to watch as well. And Ancient is really his domain. This is a map where he came alive, and he's got an AK in his hand. He's good with a weapon. Ooh, puts bullets down. Expecting a face from rigoN as well. Eats a HE, leaving him on 5 hit points, but he is still butchering them. Another follow-up frag. Synopsy trapped at the back of the site. Goes out for the swing and carves another round in favor of Guild in the dying moments. And there we go. That's the screaming we used to see from Guild. Back at it.
A real thorn in the backside of Guild Eagles out of nothing. Just out of aggression through mid. 2 kills, hit and run. Another huge frag. And keep in mind, this 4th kill, he had 5 HP. He had no room for error. He had to hit the insta headshot. And that's the frustration, man. You can understand he's done so much in that round and he still loses.
It's crazy as well, because it's one of those where I think the whole team are catching them off guard with a far quicker pace. And I think that's really what they've gone for. They've kind of gone back to basics and understood the game plan, right? Play to our strengths. We're that aggressive team that want to charge in time and time again. Here, though, they actually bypass the early mid play. And XELLOW hits the 1 deagle, slaying Synopsy. GX with a bomb. Or he could be caught out of position. The flick misses. Now they've got bomb control. And Sound spots rigoN's back. What is going on?
It's a good question, Jackie. I don't have the answer for you. Chaos. Chaos ensues. There's no one to help him out. He's completely alone. And it looks like they're going to bypass this. But BTN spotted, and that now activates XELLOW. He can wrap around the back.
You've got the information. They're putting the pieces together. XELLOW hasn't given up any audio cues. The spidey senses tingling for Senary, but he's beheaded. And it falls on Juan flatroo. 45 seconds on the clock. Wants to take the fight back. If he peeks in, will he hit it? Eventually cleans up on that one. 1v2 now. Limited utility and very low health. 18 HP to his name. BTN with a 5-7 lurking.
You can't let him win this. Nexus, you cannot let him win this round. Oh, BTN is whiffed hard. He's whiffed so hard, but... Man, could you imagine that Nexus let that round slip, Jackie? That may as well have just been the GG.
He gets the information, but he's still alive towards Donut. And GX is here, backing him up with a scope. There's 2 players, one on either side. So you're kind of pulling their attention between the both of you. But rigoN might actually have the backstab. Takes the spray, hits 1. Realizes that XELLOW is still close by, looks for the stutter step round the corner. XELLOW hits it, follow-up frags in, doubles up onto 2. Suddenly Guild Eagles, you're on a back foot now. And GX strikes for 1, doubles up, sound removed, all falls onto BTN.
That's precisely why I was saying that GX is a player you're looking at to have impact. Those 2 kills are huge in this grand scheme of this best of 3, and he gets...
Yeah, weird one. A little detail that might come back to haunt them, and especially here, because now you're in a position where what have you got to work with? Few Tech 9s? Ersin, he's had some blinding rounds. The aggressive position works for the first, lines it up for the follow-up frag, waits for XELLOW the strike as the sniper shuts down 1 man, and it all falls onto a duo for Guild.
GX is feeling it, man. Or pistol, AK, doesn't matter, he's getting kills. They could even pull the plug and get the hell out of here if they want with this much time left. They still have the bomb. Instead, they decide to just keep pushing forward, as is so often the case with this team. Guild Eagles are unrelenting. They don't want to retreat. They want to force their way in, and it's going to cost them the round. But considering the lack of investment into this, 3 kills, damn good job.
And it's on to Sound as well. Big name player being lit up.
How does rigoN survive that? Unfortunately, XELLOW was kind of sold down the river as a result. He kind of sacrifices himself. I don't know if that's a worthwhile trade. XELLOW is a beast player, and rigoN's already low. They've already tagged up Sound as well. It was a hell of a shot from GX, but there is a rotational element in. Ersin is making moves around the back.
Oh no. No one knows. He's got all the time in the world. Trigger discipline, lines it up, but can't prioritize the target and can't hit the shot. BTN and Sound, though, bailing them out. Oh, Sound's got so much to do with such little to work with. 3 HP, bomb control, sure. But his teammates, they had secured this one. Just couldn't quite get it over the finish. And he's paranoid. He doesn't know where they could be, Vince.
Yeah, he would love to stick on the bomb, but with 3 HP, he knows he has to find a passage of play. He has to find a timing or window to exploit, and he's done just that. rigoN's found the M4 on the receiving end, and considering that when flatroo is only on 33 HP himself, he is in the same position as Sound. The time, though, is so low here, Jackie. He's going to have to stick it at some point behind that smoke, and then 1 stray bullet through the smoke seals the deal. Yeah, this feels like it's done. It feels like it's over when flatroo deals with him, and Sound is going to be devastated because, again, he posts up the numbers, he posts up the frags, but doesn't get any success.
It's the flank as well.
And I think Ersin probably feels pretty terrible about that last round because he was the player that got the rotation off. He had the trigger discipline and then completely missing out on the chance of the catwalk player. Tons of flashes will be favoring the T's in this encounter. BTN is stuck by himself, marooned, but the 5-7 gives him a way out. But not for long. rigoN cleans him up.
Hey, loose shoelace or something, tripping on his shoes there, trying to go round into cave.
Now those XELLOW may be tagged. Smoked off, but he still finds the kill, and that's going to take away some of the focus onto rigoN's positioning now, Jackie. This is a winnable round for Nexus.
It misses on the spam as well, and rigoN has finally rocked up to the party. Wants to bust through the door, waving the 4-4 and see if he can hit the shots. rigoN with the pepper ring does a bit of damage, spots them out, lands the connection, the 5-7, firing off bullets. Does slay 1, but time's ticking away. It's dangerously close. Drops the smoke. He'd have to jump on the bomb ASAP. Charges towards the ramp. Realizes this is my do-or-die play. Sticks on it. Synopsy knows. And strikes.
Once he has that AWP, he's landing a lot of flicks. His rifle was on point as well. And Nexus, we know they have solid pistols within them, but Synopsy through the smoke. And it is Sound on the receiving end.
Oh, rigoN as well. They're walking on by him. But it's a frag-filled wonderland. Frag after frag, he slays them. Senary pulls up to the party to deal damage as well, and they clean house.
You can see by the fist pumps, the laughing from Senary to put them in the 1 and 2 bracket.
Oh, mate. That's rough. Bottom mid, blown to bits there. GX on the M4 as well. He knows they're coming into the bomb site, but he's got backup. Calls for the flash over. Blind, dazed and confused. Sound hits the head. Ersin comes in for a piece of the pie. XELLOW's got a rotation cut off as well. Okay, big turn up into the round, but it's still a 2v2.
They're a bit isolated from one another as well. It doesn't look like it, but 1 player is stuck in the cubby, and that's Ersin. And Nexus won't probably have the forethought to just go ahead and rotate through CT onto the A side. They don't know where both of these CTs are. They're going to flash for the peek in cave. They spot nothing, and now flatroo has made moves up on ramp. Surely Nexus realizes this is a possibility, hence the smoke. A well-placed smoke, but flatroo is not going to respect that at all, and that's going to be to his detriment. Synopsy now with a chance to break the hearts, to break the economy of Nexus, and Ersin peeks in. They double peek it though. Well played by Nexus. They hold on for dear life and get a fifth. Wow. And there's 35 seconds. Who's going to take point for Nexus? Who's going to be the first point of call to run in, run and gun, and try and break open one of these sites? And they're throwing the nades. They're completely telegraphing that this is going to be an A-sided play, and that's where two of the rifles are in position. flatroo, they line up, and he sprays down one. That may not be good enough, but there's also a deagle in here as well. This GX is going to try and retreat that bomb and drop it to the ground. Oh, the spray is good from Zenary. He's driven out of bullets, but Ersin with the final couple of bullets in the magazine is going to keep Nexus in winning ways.
Bought them on this last second B bombardment. They smoke off CT, sure, but there is 3 of the guild members waiting in sight, ready for this fight. BTN on the peak towards ramp gets blown to bits. XELLOW trades, but there's always someone else in line to back them up when one of the Eagles falls.
I mean, he nailed it. 3 stacked on the site.
And changing your fate, not going 3-0 in the RMR, but 2-1. And continuing to fight here live in Romania for the PGL RMRs for Europe. Synopsy. He's eaten a ton of damage at the start of this round, but what's the response? Push the extremities, and that pays off.
Oh, important that sound showed up there for the 2. He's down to 10. Ersin may have done a lot of damage to Synopsy, but he also received it in kind through middle on that smoke. He's getting peppered through the smoke, and there's a Molotov as well down at the same moment. And GX now on the approach. There's the flick. Man, the difference he has made on this third map is palpable. Every time he peeks, you fancy him to take at least 1 kill. The remaining 2 Romanians are so low on health. Sound on 10. May not have been spotted, but that grenade is going to give this one away, and rigoN was full HP. He's being swept in. Sideswiped by Synopsy. He's living on borrowed time, and he's about to get collected. Synopsy's going to hear this from a mile off. There's the peak, there's the round, and it's going to be 5 elimination points now on the side of Nexus.
And that's been working well. GX as well. Oh, this is a prime time position for him, a B bombardment.
A lot of those big pieces in play as well. flatroo can go and dart around the side of the Molotov, but it's not going to get him any kills. Zenary is there, and BTN tries to get aggressive with a Tech 9, but GX is able to thwart the push, stop the rock. XELLOW, big headshot onto GX. Is keeping the Romanian dream alive. Many Romanian players in this tournament, but this is the only fully Romanian roster. And now XELLOW with his deagle, going to try and put that down range, but it's more of the same. And Guild Eagles eliminate Nexus 2-1.
The Eagles continue to soar in the series, but their run at the RMR is only just beginning. You survived your first...
Haydi!